Okay, here we go. Back with another video about some kukris. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about tactical kukris here today. And we got one here from Elite Tactical from made by Master Cutlery, which I made a video on before and talked about a little bit. This one says it's for military, law enforcement, and security. And then we got one by Condor Tool and Knife. It's also considered a tactical kukri, but it has a little more elements to it, if you ask me. So you can move these out the way here. The nice boxes that they come in, and then we're gonna take a look at these knives and see which one lives up to the name the most. Okay, as I look at them from another angle. They're so big, I have a hard time fitting them in the screen. They both, one is 14 and a half and the other one is 15. This one's 15, this one's 14 and a half. Okay, this one weighs about 1 pound, 8 ounces. And this one weighs pretty close to the same. Okay, so yeah. Now, when it comes to tactical, they're both pretty thick in the spine. I mean, in the tang area of the spine anyway. All the way up to here. And this one's very thick. They both full tang. This one has some jimping on it. Nice jimping. It's got a little thumb wrap, so you want to use a saber grip. Which I don't. Okay, because it's not angled like a regular kukri. Doesn't have the bend in it. So yeah, you could use this in a saber grip. Or you could just use the hammer grip. It also has like a finger guard there. And there's little grooves down here so you can have your thumb fit down in there, and if you want it like that. So it's got some little contouring in there. It really kind of helps a little bit, yeah, because even if your finger come around, it fits in there good. Instead of being bulked out, it kind of gives a little bit right in there. So that's nice, the way they did that. I think it's good. It has a stone wash finish. It has some notching up here that I'm sure they put in there to take some of the weight off. But the problem is it's dull right here. Okay, so it wouldn't make such a good woodsman's tool, because this is not going to be able to be used for like a draw cutter or anything like that. But from here to the tip, it's good and sharp. And then they put fullers in there in the blade on both sides. That helps lighten it up a little bit as well. Taper top with a slight hollow grind, which is good. Now, has a lanyard hole, and I may have mentioned before G10 handle scales. And this one here has a lanyard hole, nice big lanyard hole too. So you can get some good paracord in there. And there's a good full tang on there. Nice sheep foot type pommel. Good full tang. Comes all the way up into the handle. Handles, scales kind of slightly angled down a little bit, just a little bit. And it comes all the way up. And then it gets to the blade. It starts to taper all the way to the tip. And it's rounded right there. That's rounded. Whereas here it's square, so it's got that 90 degree that people like for the striking elements. And it goes down, then at the tip it squares again for strength. Good tip on this. Right there where the tip squares, that's where the convex grind comes up to. Good convex grind. Strong knife. Very strong. 1075 carbon steel. And this one is 8 CR 18 MOV high carbon stainless steel. So this one's stainless steel, high carbon nonetheless, but and this one's 1075 high carbon steel. So this one's made in El Salvador. This one's made in China. So yeah, this one here, like I said, it's a tactical knife. It falls under Condor's tactical line. Okay, so this is their little catalog here, and they got martial arts. They categorize their own knives. They got martial arts, then they got everyday carry stuff. These items up here, and then this is throwing. Then they got tactical. Okay, and the kukri falls under the tactical. So it's a tactical implement, along with a few of these others. These are some of the, this page is tactical too. Now this is outdoor all the way. And then they got some up here. This is fishing. So they categorize their own tools, which is good, hunting and fishing. So yeah, so I'm not just making this up as a tactical knife or calling it what I want it to be. It is what they made it to be, you know. And we know that it can double as an outdoor tool, whereas this one can't. It can chop well, but by not being sharpened down in here, you lose a lot of what would be considered steel for blade because of that. Whereas this one is sharpened all the way right to there, so you got a very good amount of the blade, nice and sharp. And the handle is nice and sleek. It's not overly bulky. It doesn't have all the nice contouring for the fingers and all for this one, but it doesn't need it. You know, this one does have that guard on there, but you know, I hope you would hope to never need a guard on it in a situation like that. If you're gonna, even if you're using it for defense, you know. So yeah, this is two good kukris, and this is the sheath that comes with the Condor. This one happens to have two retention straps on it. I've seen some that of this knife that only had one, and it has a swivel on it that most Condor tools come with, you know, for the belt loop. And it's made out of that good Condor leather. Yeah, it's not the kind of leather they would use to make leather coats out of or anything, but I think it's a better leather for sheaths, you know, because it seems like it's got a more of a water resistance to it. It doesn't even feel like real leather, but it is. So that would make it have a higher moisture resistance. So that's good. And it's got on there El Salvador. And the snaps and everything are of good quality. And this one has the nylon sheath with some good rivets in it. Not the best, but far from the worst. And it's they both have the entry from the top, and this one has two snaps on it. Not as powerful or strong as the Condor snaps, but you know, this was what, $45 plus shipping, but this one was $71 plus shipping, so like $75. So yeah, $75 versus 44, 45 or whatever, 50, because the shipping was more on this one. But yeah, if I think this is the better knife. You know, this knife was featured on the series Alone, where and the guy who used this knife, he actually won the series on the first season, and he used this knife, and he showed that you can survive with this knife. You know, it's really designed well. I love the way this thing was put together and designed. It was very well thought out, with the brass rivets, the nice lanyard hole, the good thick tang right there where you need it at, and then the tapering down at the tip. It tapers from wider all the way down to the point, so that's good tapering on that. As this one doesn't really taper, but it has like a flared taper down on the top. Okay, so it's tapering in a different way, so that takes some weight off of it, so it ain't all thick all up at the top, you know. So both of them are really good kukris, you know, but this one is far more of a combat implement and a survival tool, whereas this one will be strictly for mostly tactical uses. You can modify it if you like, but hey, this one already has that aspect. Okay, so yeah, I like them both, and if you get one, this is the better one. But if you have to like this one's not a bad item as well. They're both about the same length. Lay them down side by side. That's from butt to butt, tip to tip, and you can see this one has the black one is a little bit thicker and built a little different. It doesn't have the cut in the spine, so it's gonna look a little different. See, this one has that angle. I like that angle. That angle is what gives it the kukri power, whereas this one doesn't have that. You know, so that's my take on them. They're good knives. They're good kukris. You know, the kukri's been a weapon and tool that's, you know, earned its, you know, reputation, and it, you know, with decades of use and centuries of use. So it's one that you get a good one, you got something that you can rely on. Peace. Thank you for watching the whole video, and be blessed.